Hey, what's going on, everybody? Y'all now listening to the two coolest laid-back cuzzos of the podcast industry. I am AB.
And I'm Smalltalk. What's the word?
What's the word? Good, cuzzo.
So, y'all, we last episode, we had 4 ways to keep your man, all right? And we had a lot of requests, cuzzo. And we already was going to come with it anyway. But
right.
Today, we have a female guest on, which is family, my sister, AB's cousin.
Fam.
Shout out to Ashley. What's up, Ashley?
Hello.
She's gonna join in on us on this episode, part 2, on how to keep your woman. So, yeah, man, feels good. How you doing, Ashley? How's it been going? Like, what's going on with you?
I mean, I'm good. Work, busy. Same old, trying to get through COVID.
Right.
Trying to get through COVID. Tired of working from home, but I mean, I'm blessed to say I still working. So.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, man, like when growing up, man, me and my sister, they always said we was twins and shit. Like, people used to think we was twins. And I maybe they still think, I don't know, but I grew a little face with her, and I think our faces just kind of went apart. But yeah, that was pretty cool. AB, what's going on with you, bro? How you been, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm okay. All right. Earlier,
you okay?
Earlier, I was a little intoxicated. Okay,
right.
But now I'm here.
Talk about the power now. So we put them, especially when we need them power now when we older, man.
I definitely need it because I wouldn't have been shit doing this. Okay, my eyes was going like that. You know.
Shout out, man. So yeah, Ashley, I got something to tell both of y'all, and y'all probably don't even know
God
this because I never mentioned it because I was so young, but I used to think y'all teamed up on me so much, man. Growing up as a, like I was the younger one, so compared to y'all two, like y'all used to just team up on me, like Tyron, like used to like fake pranks and stuff on me, like just team up when I'm arguing with somebody, like y'all defending each other but don't defend me. Like, man, I used to really feel like y'all used to just jump on me every time, dog. Especially when we had Mama Nona house, man. Shout out to Mama Nona. Yeah. I swear to God, I used to think that.
Well, that's because me and Ashley was like 2 peas in a pie, goddamn.
Yeah, sure was. Dude.
Right.
I used to always try to find my way in.
Tyrus used to always whine, so.
Yeah. Yep.
I did whine a lot.
Whine, complain, tell.
Hey, man. I used to whine a lot to Mama too. AB, like to my mama with me and Ashley. I used to think she bullied me, like, cause she a Capricorn, so she just speak her mind. You know what I'm saying? And her words be so offensive. I'm like, dude, you hurt my feelings. And she just be like, stop whining so much. Like, you always crying, like.
And he would go tell Mama too.
Oh, like a little baby boy. I'd be like,
go
Mama.
Tell Mama I didn't hurt his feelings.
Mama.
Yeah, man. Hey, I will say though, cause Ashley, man, you probably like the one of the most free spirited person I ever met in my life, man. Like,
oh, thank you.
Like, I mean, your ass just be like, yo, you know me, I ain't chilling shit. You know. Hey, how you been? I've been good, same old shit.
You wouldn't know nothing. You wouldn't know nothing's going on or anything.
How you
private.
How you miss it? I'm straight, my nigga. You know that's how it is. It's just like, all right.
Yeah, Ashley, man. Like, as far as family goes. She always one of the ones that's gonna like help you get through your little problem. So say she knows something about this, something that's going on in your life. She gonna come talk to you, and she a good role model for our females in our family as well. You know what I'm saying? So, like we all like even my niece. Like I wish like my niece. Shout out to Ariana. I wanted her to like really follow Ashley steps. Like I just want a lot of our females in the family to follow Ashley steps as far as just, you know, growing up. Like she just kind of had it together. You know what I'm saying? Even if she didn't, she appeared to have it together. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I remember people used to think that you was gonna have babies early.
Oh my God. I've even had stories told on me that I was pregnant. I'm like, okay. But yeah. Everybody thought I was.
People used to think she was fast in school. Like,
but yeah. They say that about me and Ashley all the time.
Yeah, because y'all
and look at us.
Y'all the two that ain't got no kids. I got
look at us now.
We just fortunate, goddamn. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It happened that way.
Even mama be like, Ashley, we gonna have some kids, and then your mama do the same thing to you.
Man, she was just saying the other day. You know, we not getting any younger. I was like, shit. I was like, shit, I ain't getting young either, goddamn.
Right.
Exactly.
Man, but it's cool though, man. That's why I'm glad we got you on, because we need you for this topic. And if anybody don't know, what's your profession? What do you do, Ashley? So that everybody can know.
I am a mental health therapist. So that is my profession. So I'm a licensed therapist.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you want to have your own little
working on it. I'm
so
on
people
the
can
licensure
come
boards,
to you. Word.
Working on it. Just got to get the paperwork stuff together, and once that's set, I'm good to go to start taking people privately outside of my full time.
Yeah, cause AB, you know, like we talk about it a lot, mental health on the show, and just things going on. So like this, you know, like once you get that going, we definitely gonna plug it, because it's a lot of people out here need help, you know.
So let me ask you this thing, cuzzo. Do you
which cuzzo?
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. Which cuzzo?
Sorry, Ashley. Let me ask you this: do you since you a therapist, do you seek therapy yourself?
I do.
Okay.
I do seek therapists. I mean, when I was in school, that was one of the things that they promoted during my master's program, is because we hear so much that goes on with our clients that sometimes we take that home, and we also got our own personal stuff going on outside of work. And so they just encourage, in order for us to not burn out and just to keep our sanity, that we too should see therapists for our own personal reasons, as well as anything that we may take home with us from hearing from a client. So it's highly encouraged.
Yeah. I know a lot of people want to ask that question.
I tell you, if anybody
should definitely do it.
Yeah, if that's the first thing, that's why I had to ask my therapy. Like, my therapist, I was like, do you seek therapy? She was like, yeah. Like that's how you know that somebody really is, like, I guess, into their job, man. Because if they don't seek therapy, nigga, then you don't need to.
How I'm gonna help you?
How you gonna be fixing somebody else? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I low key now recently, y'all. I low key recently been wanting to become like some kind of, I don't know, therapist or something. I don't know, but I know you've been going. I used to always tease you about how long you've been in school. Like, this girl stayed in school, dog. Like, what you end up with? What you got? Like, I don't even know, what is it? Bachelor's?
I got both my bachelor's and my master's. So I haven't went the doctorate route, but that is in the future, foreseen future. But I just kept it at master's right now. And
I always teased you and stuff, but I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm about to probably try to go back to school late now.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it, because I want to.
That's a big step, man.
It is a big step, because I want to. I got a lot of things I want to do, but I'm just trying to pinpoint which one. But I really would like to help black men, like black married men, like that's going through like marriage situation. More so black men, because in the black community, marriage definitely don't last long.
Yeah, divorce rate is at all times high with the black men.
It is.
And since I'm a man, I can relate to another man, instead of having two couples come to me, like more so like the man, like what's going on, like, and maybe I can help with that. You know what I'm saying? Also, I would like to be a sex therapist as well.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
You know all about it.
Okay. Oh God.
Yeah, I hit you over the head with that one.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that one.
You got me over here proud.
Oh my God.
Oh man, well, let's get started, man. Let's get to the topic, man. Like I say, last week we had 4 ways to keep your man, and now we got a beautiful black woman on to help the men as far as how to keep their woman. Let's get to it, Ash. What's your first like way of keeping a woman? Let's get to it.
Well, I don't really have it in numerical order.
Yes.
So I just kind of jotted down some things. So females, you all can put it in whatever order you feel it pertains to you. Right. But one of the things that I did list is I titled it as intimacy. So not sex, but intimacy. And intimacy can mean
no taking her to Pound Town. Go ahead.
No, that's not what I mean. Intimacy can be seen in different ways. So sex is definitely included in intimacy, and that's one of the things within intimacy that I do want to talk about with sex. So I want to kind of piggyback off of something you said in the last podcast about how to keep your man. And I think, AB, you mentioned something about if your man wants you to lick behind the knee, just do it.
Lick the knee.
Lick the knee. Well, kind of the same thing for a female. So if we want certain things, not necessarily, it don't have to be the lick the knee.
We lick the ass.
But be open to other things too that don't make you question your sexuality, of course. But be open to doing things that we find to please us. You should be willing to do it. Because if you don't do it, like you all said, if the female don't do it, somebody else will. The same thing, vice versa. If your guy don't do it or whomever, they can find somebody else that.
I got a question for you though. On that note, right there. I have a feeling, and it's not a feeling. Actually, I hear it a lot. Females, they say what they want to their friends. Like, hey, he's not doing this. He's not doing this. I think I want, but I don't think the communication comes apart with the actual partner. Like, I think females don't really say what they want to the man. Like, or or else we'll be assuming like he'll be thinking, oh, I'm turning it up, and she just like, not really. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. Well, tell me I'm not doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, see, we got a different way of doing it. As far as like verbalizing how we want things. So we probably won't say, "You not satisfying me in this area," what have you. We might just kind of throw out some things. Move here, move there. Like that's kind of our way of telling you to make some adjustments sexually. So, and it's primarily because sometimes and you all can disagree if you want, but sometimes when you tell a guy that, probably try this or probably try that, sometimes they start to just kind of question it like, oh, so I can't satisfy you or I'm not satisfying you. And then, so a kind of ego situation kind of come about. And so that's why a lot of women don't really just straight up say, this isn't working, probably try this. More so they'll probably just kind of, throw out some words here and there and say, try this or whatever. That's their way of communicating that rather than trying to hurt your ego. Because the last thing a man, don't want to do is satisfy that woman and know that they not. So.
Right. So in other words, fella, listen, if she don't want the licky,
right. And maybe men just don't listen that well. Like maybe we ain't catching the signs. Like if you don't want to say,
you might not be catching it.
Yeah.
No licky, no pound towning. Okay.
What about you, AB? If a lady tell you, hey, do this, you're not doing this. Like would that get to you?
I have no problem. I have no problem with satisfying. I get satisfaction satisfying my woman. You know what I'm saying? So when I know my woman got off, goddamn it, and she good, I'm good. I really don't have to climax myself. Like I don't. Like I get the pleasure of just making her satisfied.
Yeah, you aim to please.
Yeah, that's me all day. I do a lot of licky and
sticky.
Sticky licky, less sticky.
Stick them, ha, stick them. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean that. But along with intimacy too, affection. Women do like affection, and that could be a graze on the neck, kiss on the forehead, holding up the hip, graze of the hand, or holding the hand or something. Like we like affection, and I'm not saying that it has to be all the time, but every now and then, because that kind of makes us feel good. It makes us feel like you still into us or you still interested, and it can just be random. You know what I mean? So we are women that like feel and emotions. So just a simple affection. Some men don't do that.
Man, you really thought this list out, because
Hey man, hey,
That's why I said intimacy, because there's so many
podcast
components.
Mondays, son.
okay, I
So-
like this.
The facts.
Yeah.
Actual
That's
factual.
what's up, man. That's what's up. I ain't got nothing to say on that. I mean, that's. I'm pretty sure the women agree with that. Men, make sure y'all listen to that. Go ahead, Ashley. What else you got on the list?
I had communication, which was something the two of you just kind of touched on briefly, but communication. We got to communicate, even if it's agree to disagree. You know, just kind of listen to what we're saying. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're nagging, because that's something that a lot of women hear, is that their partner tells them that they're nagging. And it's not necessarily that we're nagging. Some do, but some of them are just trying to get you to see things from their perspective. And that's just listen, you know, so not just communication, but make sure that you're listening to what we're saying, because a lot of what we're saying actually has meaning to us, and we just ask that you actually follow through. And if it's something that you disagree with, then let's meet halfway. Let's compromise to where the both of us are satisfied, but don't just disregard what I'm saying. Like, actually listen to what I'm saying, you know, and see things from the female's perspective, and because it's not a one-way street. So, but communication, and just be honest. Don't sit here and lie. Don't try to tell us stuff that sound good at the beginning during that honeymoon phase. Keep it consistent. So
let me interject in that one. See, this is the problem that I have. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a person of showing, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a person of like telling, because anybody can tell you a bunch of bullshit.
Absolutely.
Right? But then just show you something different. You know what I'm saying? So I can sit and tell a girl, "Oh, girl, you know, you all I need, blah blah blah," but treat you like shit. You know what I'm saying? So me as a man, and it's just my opinion on this one. I'd rather for a woman to show me a bit more than just tell me, because you could tell me a bunch of lies, but you can treat me like shit. And that's the only thing that's like the thing I have a problem with. That like I have to learn to, because people are like, well, you don't really say much, you don't really do this, but I'm thinking like, well, motherfucker, I'm buying you flowers, like motherfucker, we going here, motherfucker, I'm doing this, and like I do better showing you than I do better telling you. I get a lot of that. But you don't tell me. I'm like, well, so I'm like, all right, so you're beautiful today. All right, you look wonderful. You look really, really good. I love you more than more. It's just like I feel like I'm saying the shit same over and over and over again. But I could just tell you a bunch of bullshit, and you be like, oh, okay, he love me. Like, no. I think you should.
So you saying you rather show that you?
I'm more of a shower than I'm a telling, and that's something that I got to work on with myself. I got to be able to, because I noticed that a lot of people that I dealt with was
they're not used to that. They're not used to that.
I want you to tell me. So just tell me how you feel. I was like,
and we do want you to kind of tell us how you feel. Sometimes not a lot of men, that at least that I've come across, are comfortable with talking about how they feel. I mean, that's how we get to know you. That's how we get to know your likes, your dislikes, where you thinking. You know, like, we do want you to have that conversation with us. I mean, most women are the ones that's telling you how we feel, but we don't. It's not really reciprocated.
Right.
Yeah, communication is definitely key. Especially like with me, like in a marriage, or if you're in a marriage situation, like that's like one of the first things I heard from like older couples, is communicating, because it can be a disconnect somewhere, and we got to find that disconnect and connect it back. And if we ain't talking about it, then it won't happen.
Absolutely.
Like, it appeared like, so me and my wife, we both quiet. Like, we are quiet people. Like, we both quiet. But we do a lot of pillow talking. Like, that's probably mostly where we get all our talking out of. You know, like we don't be out in the public showing that we talking to each other a lot, but when we home and we, you know, in our own comfort zone, that's when we really talk a lot. And I'm definitely big on that, you know, like just trying to make sure where you coming from, you know what I'm saying? So, cause I don't know if it's her sign or it's just her, cause you know, sometimes she'll like just hold back and not say much, you know what I'm saying? And I need to know what's there so I can fix what's there, you know what I'm saying? So, and then a lot of that happens to couples, like, sometimes most men do it too. Kind of just hold back and don't say nothing, don't say much, and then the woman is over here guessing, and that can turn to something else. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely believe that as communication.
Absolutely, yeah. You and you made a good point too when you mentioned like if you don't know where your wife is coming from, you know, for her to kind of break it down so where you can understand, and that's pretty much. Yeah, that's the whole part of communicating. We grow, you know, and our interests change. And so you should always be communicating in some kind of way. And some men just got to get to that place where they feel comfortable or try to feel comfortable or step out of their comfort zone to just talk about how they feel, because that's how you and that female is going to grow in that relationship. And that's how that's going to last. So
you said something big right there. You said interests change.
It do all the time.
And that's so true. Like, AB, you know, like think about what we talked about on our Facebook Live, like how we grew, you know, our interest and what we was into at 20 and what we into now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how that works.
I think in that sense. But first off, I want to say, nigga, when you said marriage, I instantly start sweating. So I don't know if that was the alcohol.
No, that's crazy.
But I think your interests should always change. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that you shouldn't think the same fucking way.
Right.
So like, if I've been into a situation where somebody thought the same way and they, you know, still kind of think the same way. It's like, oh yeah, man.
And you outgrow them. But if y'all not communicating, like Ashley say, like, hey, I'm on this, you know, like not necessarily saying you on that, but just showing that you want them to kind of, you know, push it up, step it up a little. Like, hey, how about you do this and do that? How about you do this? Not necessarily telling them like to do it, but just like, how about you should blah blah blah, and that's just kind of like getting the ball rolling. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that's another fault of mine, because I be thinking that I'm doing that, and then I get like, so you can't accept me type stuff, and it's like, nah, man, I actually wanted to see you better yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess it depends on how you say it.
That's because I get that from my pops. Like, my pops is not the best communicator, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I get a little bit of him and I'd be like, well, you should do this, and they'd be like, oh, well, why you do that, you know what I'm saying, instead of saying, hey, well, try doing this, you know.
Or have you looked into blah 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 or something like that. It's just how you say it.
Yeah, like my mom's like, when my mom work out, and I'd be like, I remember one time she was like, well, I can't walk 25 minutes. I said, first of all, stop saying I can't. Okay, that should definitely be out your vocabulary. And then third, you don't know what you can do. I said, just keep going, and then before she know it, she walking like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. So it's like, I was like, see, you know what you like, you don't know what you can do. You just gotta push yourself out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I feel that I have a bad communication problem. I've been trying to work on it.
I'm getting better myself. I think most men just don't communicate well, but I can't say most men because it happens with women too. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of times some of this stuff come from the past. You know what I'm saying? So whatever trauma they had in the past relationships, or you know what I'm saying, it kind of affects, especially dudes. You know, like a lot of men that cheat now has been burned early. You know, and they kind of feel like they don't want to take it that far because they don't want to get hurt again. And it could have been when they was only 20 years old. Like that was 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some men just get damaged. When they get damaged, I feel like it's on another level than females. I mean, I know y'all emotional creatures, and we are as well, but y'all a little higher on the list. But
I think we way higher than
you. Think we higher?
Yeah, higher because they can get over it. We can't. Man,
I think they just front though. I think
they
just
nigga.
Front though.
Be like, nigga, hold on, you did what?
Like they get over
in 2000 and what? And it's 2000 and what? I ain't getting married. None of that. Fuck that. Nope, no marriage. For real. Nah, I mean, I think a lot of people take a lot of baggage, and you gotta, like, I've learned that you have to honestly love yourself first before you can actually fully love somebody else, because you gotta forgive what was happening in the past, or whatever the case may be, and then move forward. Because if you don't, you're gonna take whatever happens in there, and the person that you talk to now don't deserve it at all, because they don't know what happened to you.
Right.
Right.
Like, you gotta give them a good clean slate until they fuck up. You know, and then you be like, see, I knew this shit was gonna happen, motherfucker. I didn't touch your ass in the first place.
Right. So what else you got on the list, Ash? You got anything else on there?
We like just because moments. I call it
Okay.
just because.
Okay.
Or at least I know I can. I can speak for myself on that. But just because it don't have to be all the time. But what I mean is just some random stuff. Like, and it don't always have to cost, just to put that in perspective. But I had saw something. I want to kind of go back on something that I saw on Facebook. Like, for example, it was this guy who took a photo of the living room, all cleaned up, all the kids' toys put away. And he sent that picture to, I guess it was his wife or maybe his partner or whatever she was to him. And things like that, you know, just something as simple as cleaning up a room. And, you know, we've had a long day.
Word.
Something just small is, you know, something like that can go a long way. Or say, for instance, I'm a stay-at-home mom. And my husband works all day, but I'm at home with the kids all day, which is a job in itself also.
Right.
If you can just come home one day, I know you're tired, but just, you know what, and say, you know what, just go ahead and go sit down, put your feet up, I'll do the dishes, or I'll go grab dinner, or I'll cook dinner. Just small things, just because you care about that person. Like, those things go a long way for females, or just say you want to have a movie night or whatever the case may be. But just because moments, or something that you know that your partner likes. So if it's something that you know I like, and it can be something small, like I like things that have meaning to it. I'm not really the, you know, extravagant person. Don't have to be expensive. But if you get some little small token because you were out and about and you know it's something that I might like, and you bring it home and say, I just got this for you because I wanted to, and I know it's something that you like. Those little things go a long way. So we like the just because stuff.
Yeah, I believe that. I did see, I think I seen a post like that where you know, like it was like a picture of the house being clean.
Yeah, that's the one.
Stuff like that. And I try. I'm gonna get better at that, because every once in a while, like when I know my wife been working all day, I try to go ahead and make some bath water. You know, just make some bath water, bubble bath or something.
Right.
But I need to do that more often. I don't do it often. I don't do it as frequent, but I need to do it more. And you know, and I try to, you know, sometimes, you know, have the dishes clean, because I know a woman or a man, but mostly women, they hate to see a house dirty or dishes in the sink and stuff like that. So that's a big thing right there. That's just because moment. And that's a big one.
And it don't even have to be all the time. It just can be, you know, sporadic or whatever, you know, the case may be. Or if it's on your heart to do that day, you know, do it that day. But it goes a long way, and it's definitely recognized. And it just shows that, you know, that we're appreciated. You know, we like to feel appreciated to some extent. Same thing for males, but we like to feel that appreciation too, and value. So.
Word.
Yeah.
All right. What else? You got anything else on that list, girl?
It just kind of leads to my last thing, since you said 4, so I just narrowed it down to 4.
But not least.
Last but not least, kind of going back, kind of in conjunction with the just because, it's just the quality time. You know, I know it's kind of difficult when you do have kids in the house or what have you, but just finding the time for quality time for you and your partner to reconnect, I think is important. And we like to have that quality time. We like you to find some time within your busy schedule, you know, to just kind of make time for us, even if it's just for a few hours.
What's up?
Yeah, that's a big one.
I'm a huge fan of like traditional things, like finding a good TV show, man, and watching it every week, man. Like
TV series. Yeah.
Like I used to. I'm a huge fan. I used to watch this show called Ghost Hunters, and you know, honestly, I used to have this problem where the person I was with was like, "Well, they just showing reruns." And I'm like, I get that, but it's not about the reruns. It's just about us just spending some time together and just being able to talk to each other, and interact, and just shut everything out. Like, put the phones down. Soak in what happened today. How was your day? What you do today? Shit, damn, your titties looking nice, or damn, like
your titties looking nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. Like, damn, I didn't know your
you can say that. At least you noticed. That shows me you noticed.
So it's just I used to get that a lot. Like, I was like, it's really not about the show. It's more so the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just used the show to bring us here, but I'm a big fan on that. I love picking out a show and be like, you know, that's what
me and my wife, we definitely do that. Remember, AB, I said that as a way to keep your relationship moving during the pandemic. Like get a TV series and y'all watch a TV series and y'all conversate afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think about that part? You know what I'm saying? That it brings like a partnership
bond,
issue.
huh?
Like a bond, like, you know, make it feel like it's almost like being in school where you're working on a project and y'all talking about the project. You know what I'm saying? It adds an extra little bonding moment for you. We got like 4 minutes left, so you got anything else you want to wrap
No.
The last one was quality time, right?
The last one was quality time, date nights, however you want to title it. Yeah.
Okay, say all 4 of yours real quick so everybody can just kind of recap their brain.
So the 4 was communication. So within communication, making sure that you're listening and you being honest. Intimacy, not just sexually, but also affection. Quality time that we just said, date nights or what have you, and then those just because moments. So just doing things just because.
Yeah, in other words, mean if you ain't doing no licky, you ain't getting no sticky.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Well, I appreciate it, Ashley, man. That was dope, man. I'm like, me and Ant was like this, like, okay.
Man, for real, bro. I mean, shit, I learned some shit, you know.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, me too. And it's cool to have a female perspective on things, man.
And you know what? We was me and Cuzzo was thinking like, man, like who would pick? And you was like the right person we had to pick. Like we had to get you, cause you know you're my favorite cousin, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
am I?
Yeah, we go way back from sitting in that sitting in that box with pacifiers in our mouths and stuff.
Oh,
like my
God. Yeah, we do.
Look at him. He over here.
Man, look, this boy came. This is my son, and came. I thought he was asleep, man. That boy that came downstairs got me putting on socks, man.
Told you, man. Told you. He ain't letting it happen. Son.
He ain't letting nothing happen. He like, oh, you trying to record? Let me go on down.
I heard you walking downstairs when I was asleep, man.
Right. Well, Ashley, thanks a lot, man. Like I say, get on that your private practice, however you want to call it, because there's people out here that need that help, and I'm pretty sure they heard you and like, hey, I want to have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? I got this issue. You know what I'm saying? You sound like you just know what you talking about. So it's like that's like you can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't got Instagram, do you?
She don't got none of that shit. Bro.
I do not. I need to.
Well, how you gonna promote?
I just have
Ashley don't care about that stuff.
Ashley, you should get Ashley.
I'm not into social media.
I'm gonna tell you what you do. Your man got the camera, bro. Listen. This is
but that's for his profession.
But this is a perfect example right here, Ashley. Right here, this is what you should do. Am I lying? Because right here, take the camera, put it there, and just talk.
Yeah, you never know.
Your wisdom that you
never know where that go. Yeah,
it goes. Somebody is gonna touch somebody. This right here is gonna touch somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just talk, man. Like you have a lot of wisdom, dog. Straight up.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you. I'll do it. I'll do
Thank
it.
you.
I'll do it.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all, now we come to the end of the show again. Like I said, man, 4 ways to keep your woman. I hope y'all understand that stuff, man. Make sure y'all go follow Podcast Mondays. That's Podcast Mondays, MONDAYZ. This is episode 27 because we messed it up last time. It was 25.
Yeah.
So, episode 27, Podcast Mondays. Make sure y'all check this out, man.
And if y'all, since she don't have like nothing going on, and she might can talk to y'all, like, you know, so Ashley Watson on Facebook, okay, Ashley Watson, see her face, match the face with the Facebook profile, and that's her. Send her if you need some help, man. Send her something, you know, send her a message or something and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she can help. And that's it, man. My son crying, so we gotta shut this down like now.
Till next time.
I hear him.
Till next time. Peace, man.
Right.
Bye.
I was told the true definition of a man was to never cry, work till you're tired, got to provide, always be the rock for my fam, protect them by all means, and give you the things that you need, baby. Our relationship is suffering, trying to give you what I never had. You say I don't know how to love you, babe. Well, I say show me the way. I keep My feelings deep inside, I shadow them with my pride. I'm trying desperately, baby, just work with me. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost. Yeah. Teach me how to love. Yeah. How I can get my emotions involved. Yeah. Teach me, show me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost. Teach me how to love. How I can get my emotions involved. Yeah.